Let us now look at the types of verbs. Types of verbs. Now we have many types, auxiliary and the rest, but with respect to the WASI and the BECE, let's look at some example or some types of verbs that are relevant towards the exams. So the area I find fascinating has to do with transitive verb. We have transitive verbs, and then the opposite is intransitive verbs. Transitive verbs are verbs that you are required to bring objects after the verb. But when it comes to intransitive verbs, they don't require any object. It's not compulsory. Now let's look at transitive verbs. For example, enjoy. Now when you say I enjoy, full stop, that is solecism. It's grammatically wrong. I don't know what kind of enjoyment that you have, but whatever you have enjoyed, you have to bring it. I enjoyed gobe. I enjoy gossiping. And many other things you think you can enjoy, bring that thing. But if you say I enjoy, what are you doing? You're doing nothing. So after I enjoy, it is required to bring an object. So I enjoyed reading. I have a friend who mathematics is his friend. Every single day he has to work mathematics, and that is his life. That is part of him. So he enjoys solving mathematics or working mathematics on a daily basis. I enjoy what? So you have to bring that thing you enjoy. But if you just say, oh, we enjoy, and you don't bring the object, you are wrong. We enjoyed ourselves. At Labadi, we enjoyed ourselves. So that enjoyment, that thing you enjoyed must be brought. The next one has to do with mention. You have done something for someone, and the person says thank you. Let's remember, thank you has to do with is formal, and thanks is informal. So in a formal language, for example, you are speaking to your boss, your manager, and you say thanks. That is unacceptable. Thanks is informal. It's, if you like, personal with friends, colleagues. But thank you, it's for formal speech. Now, so thank you, then you say don't mention. When you say don't mention, and you end it there, that is wrong. Don't mention what? The thing that you did for the person, or the person did for you, is what you are thanking him about. So thank you, they say don't mention it. This is replacing that particular thing. Nobody wants to know what he did for you, but you said don't mention it. So after mention, you bring it. You bring the it. Now when you remember this guy's song, what's the name? Stone Boy, don't call my name. So don't mention my name. What is it bringing after mention? Name. Even though mention is not there, we can replace the call there to mention, and then the name is coming after that. Don't mention it. And today we have more pleasant ones to respond to thank you. Thank you, that's okay. Thank you, that's all right. Thank you, not at all. It's my pleasure. Now, thank you, you are welcome. That is repetitious. It is a platitude. So thank you. Then don't mention it. That's all right, that's okay. Name them. So that is about mention. Let us also look at a word like respect. Now in Katanga Hall, or if you like the University Hall in KN University, people brand those particular boys as this or that. But I tell you, those guys are smart, they're intelligent. The destiny of the hall lies in the solidarity, positive dynamism, and for that matter, Katangism. Mediocre minds accuse us of hooliganism and radicalism. But that is simply jingoism, because the truism is that Katangis have what? Witticism. That is just by the way. Now, you say that Katangis don't respect. What do you mean by that? An authority told a Katangi that you guys don't respect. And I said, you don't respect what? Or you don't respect whom? Now the Ashantis will tell that, hey, Gewi, Akolawi, Ombu shishi. Ombu then, you can't just say Ombu. You see how it looks like? You don't respect. Ombu, Ombu then, Ombu shishi. Ombu obia. You don't respect anything. They don't respect people, though. Those kata, they don't respect anybody. Then you know you've spoken. Because after respect, we expect that you bring what? You bring the object. So you don't respect people. This must be dropped. Or you don't respect anything. Now let us also consider a verb like regret. Just imagine your friend, especially the ladies, when they are heartbroken. They come to their fellow ladies and say, I regret. I regret. I regret. You regret what? Your friend, you regret what? You need to be certain. Tell us what, out with it. Spill the beans. I regret dating that boy. I regret marrying that idiot of a man. Sorry for that. I regret what? You regret what? So I regret following that man. I regret pursuing that course. I regret venturing into that business. So after verbs like this, we expect that objects should follow because they are required. It's mandatory to be brought. That is about transitive verbs. Now we have intransitive verbs like maybe write. I'm writing. And write, you don't need, it's not compulsory to tell us what you are writing. Writing is writing. I'm reading. So these are what we mean by transitive verbs. We have other types, but this is the area that looks confusing. So we will move on to something else with respect to verbs. So we cannot talk about verbs without talking about the tense. Tense in grammar has to do with time. So we said that a verb tells us what happens, what is happening, what happened, and what will happen. So we have the simple present or the present tense, we have the simple past, and then the past participle, which is always preceded by have, has, or had. And some linking verbs like is, are, am, were, was. Alright, so if you have beat, you beat someone, like Liverpool was beaten by Atletico Madrid. Of course, you can say that Liverpool or Atletico Madrid score Liverpool. A player will score a goal, while the team in total will beat another team. So Atletico Madrid beat Liverpool at Anfield. So you see that beat here is the same as beat here, as in the past tense or the simple past. But when it is preceded by this, making it past participle, then beaten. Bite, a snake bites you. Yesterday it beat you. Already it has beaten. And all that. Now bleed. If you are bleeding today, yesterday you bled. Already you have bled. We have bear. I bear the consequences. I bore the consequence. I have borne it. Now, one funny one has to do with bet and that of wet. When you check the dictionary, the past tense of bet is bet. But they also say that better. But they will add this word to it, archaic, to mean that old-fashioned. Then, you could say that better, but today you may not. So obviously, bet should be bet, and then also bet here. So when you come to wet, oh, I was drenched by the rain. I was dumped by the rain. So this drenched, as in wet. I was wetted by the rain. You can say that, but it's old-fashioned. But today, the modern one has to do with wet, whether simple past or past participle, and other ones that are here. So spit, you spit on me. Yesterday, you still spit on me, or spat. And then the past participle too is like that. Now we have run. Past tense run. A. Past participle. I have run. When you come here, we have words like ring. I ring the bell. Yesterday, I rang it. A. Already, I have rang you. So begin will become began. A. Past participle. He has begun. Then you are going to the U column. Then yesterday I swam. S-W-A-M. Then the past participle. I have swum. S-W-U-M. So we say, have you understood? Not have you understand. Because of the have preceding the word, then the past participle of understand will become understood. And other ones you have here. These two look confusing among us students. Now you have teach. I'm teaching now. Yesterday I taught, or last year I taught. Already I have taught. But if it has to do with think, as in cogitate, somebody will tell you sometimes when I sit down to reminisce about the things they do. So reminisce, to think. Yesterday I taught. Already I have taught. So that is about that. Weave, wove, woven, and the rest. So let's take note of this and others that we have. Now, we also have verbs that their past tense and past participle are the same. So cost is cost. Yesterday, what I bought cost an arm and leg. GTV broadcast Ghana Black Star match. Broadcast, past tense, is still broadcast. You can say casted. So these are words that we should take note of as far as the tenses of verb is concerned. Now, we'll be shifting our attention to tautology. The treating of verbs will not be complete without looking at tautology. Now, tautology has to do with redundancy in the use of some verbs and other words that we have in English language. So we have a particular word that expresses a thought, but we would like to add another word which performs the same function or has the same connotation as the already mentioned word. When that happens, it is redundant. We call it tautology. For example, I saw a video online on WhatsApp that has to do with number one, when that saga happened. So someone was selling fish. She carried basin selling fish, and he said number one, which attracted a number of people to the scene. Now when they came, she told them that, why are you here with stones and cutlasses and the rest, machetes? What are you going to do? I'm selling fish. It is 1 cedi. If you buy it. Then the guys retreated. The one guy said, how could you say that? No, I'm going to eat this, I'm going to eat. So that is it. Perhaps you want to be specific. So you say, I'm going to eat rice, I'm going to eat gobe or something. Another person says that, that is tautology. Let's come to English itself and see some tautologies with respect to the use of verbs. The first one I'll talk about is can be able. Now, if you are asked to define can has to do with ability to do something. Then be able to connote or denote the word ability. So you can plus be able. Oh, we Chelsea fans, we can be able to beat Barcelona. Or we Real Madrid fans, we can be able to beat Manchester City. Hello? You drop one while you use one. So what do you say? Chelsea, we Chelsea, our team, we can beat Barcelona. Or Barcelona can beat us. We will be able to beat Barcelona. We students out there preparing for the impending WASI, we can get all A's. Not we can be able to get A's. That is tautology. Then, we can also look at return back. The last time I checked, someone wrote Baumia returned back to Ghana when he was sick and traveled outside and he was convalescent and came back. Someone says that Baumia returns back to Ghana. Hello? Dr. Baumia returns back. No, it cannot be so. He returns to Ghana or he comes back to Ghana. So you either say that he returns to Ghana or he comes back to Ghana. You cannot use the two. That is tautologous. Let us also consider the word pretend as if. Well, this is a bit debatable. Some people believe that pretend as if has nothing to do with tautology, while another school of thought said no. If you pretend, it's just like you are behaving as if. Therefore, that school of thought says you pretend you are good. But you are snake in the grass. Remember, we don't say snake under grass, but snake in the grass. And so, you are a wolf in a sheep's clothing. Looking at that guy, he pretends he's good. That is it. Or he pretends that he's good. Those of you who have read this book, Grief Child, it was midnight. The little village of Sister slept in complete darkness, blah, 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 blah. There is an extract that says that Goma, who was behaving like someone who is caring for Edu, when Edu's father died, look at how Goma treated the boy. So they said in the initial stages that Goma pretends that she likes Edu, pretends that we didn't have pretend as if. So some people believe that pretend as if is tautology, while others said, oh, come on, there is nothing about it. So this looks debatable. Now, let us also consider, repeat it again. You are teaching and the student asks, or the student raises the hand. Remember, if you raise up your hand, that also looks tautology, even though it's debatable. Hey, those of you who don't have answer booklet, raise up your hand. Some scholars believe that if you raise your hand, it's already up. So there was no need to bring up when someone raises the hand. That is just by the way. So repeat it again. It's also tautologous. What do we mean by this? If you repeat something, it means that you have done it over again. Therefore, the use of again attached to repeat is redundant. But you can say repeat it again when the person has done something repeatedly and he has to repeat it again. But in the initial stages, you can repeat and then again. Alright, it's just like Penanka penalty. You see Andre Pello standing and then kicks the ball beautifully, skillfully. Or let's say Sergio Ramos, Penanka penalty. Then he kicks it, so you should do it again. If you try it again, my brother, the keeper will keep it. So you don't repeat and then again. Let us also look at on my way going. You are going to a place and you are narrating to someone what transpired, what took place as of the time. Now, when you say on my way, it denotes the fact that something is happening in the process. Therefore, there is no need to bring going to on my way. On my way, when on my way to Kumasi, something happened. It is understood. It's expressive. But when you try to say that on my way going to Kumasi, then it becomes tautologous. Or on my way coming to school, no, on my way is okay. You don't need to bring any other going or coming. Let us also shift our attention to a word like pool resources. Pool resources together. If you pull resource, it's an idiomatic expression that has to do with the conglomeration, the amalgamation of efforts from individuals to perform an activity. So if you pull resource, it has to do with doing something together as in cooperation. So there is no need to bring together. The husband and the wife pooled resources to see their son to school. They pooled resources. When you add together, then you are being tautologous. You are adding more meaning which is expressed here, the same thing. So you drop together. Or you can say that they work together to send their child to school. Other than that, then you say you pool resources to send their child to school, and that is it. We can also consider so therefore. Those days when we are writing essay offer, if you don't use so in your essay, just there must be some so in your essay to make it palatable. So we feel that so sometimes we even add another O to it, so that the teacher believes that I get waiting bravo. So beautiful. And so as we write so therefore, no. What so denotes is the same as therefore. Therefore, what so will do, therefore will do. Drop one and use the other. So and then therefore. You don't use the two together. So we don't have anything like double O. We can also think of someone says heavy damper. Heavy damper. How can we say that? Damper in itself has to do with heavy rainfall. So why do you bring heavy to define heavy rainfall? Heavy rainfall. That is what it denotes. So you don't need heavy to describe them. There was a damper. Simple. In Accra, there was a damper. You don't say there was a heavy damper. And I remember when we were in primary, we were taught that air is the free gift of nature. Now maybe so, gift Ben and the tongue. Air is the free gift of nature. Come on. If something is a gift, it's a gift. We all know it's free. So, in as much as we may not see it to be tautology, it will also not be absolute for us to say something is a free gift. It's a gift. Air is a gift of nature. You don't need to describe it or modify it with free to make it look like you have not bought it or it's someone's kindness to you. So what do you say? Free gifts of nature should be unacceptable. Perhaps you want to emphasize, but it's supposed to be gifts. And that is about that. I remember what the video said in his music, his song. Banana fall on you, paparazzi fall. So banana fall on you. I never heard him say that banana fall down on you. Therefore, it will not sound right for any English speaker or any person who is speaking English language to say that fall down. Oh, the mango fell down from the tree. No, like order you. It's come to fall. The mango is come to fall. So it's false. The mango fell from the tree. The mango fell. The boy slipped and fell. When Messi dribbled the guy, he slipped and fell. You remember what happened to Jerome Boateng? I was told that when he got home, the child asked, Nada, what are you doing in the field when Messi was dribbling you? He said that, I'm looking for your school fees. Just imagine. So we cannot say that someone fell down, but you say someone fell. That's all. The same applies to the word kneel. Those of us in school, past seniors, hey! Those is class 6. If you see someone in class 6, you say, Bemeni. The calf, not easy. So this person, hey, kneel down. The voice alone will kill you. You have knelt even before he asked you to do so. So kneel. You don't need to bring them down for the person to go down. Because, of course, you don't expect him to kneel in the air. So when he kneels, you know he's going to the ground. That is why some of the hey say, go down. Some seniors will tell you, the correct ones, they will tell you, go down. That is acceptable. Go where? Down. But when you kneel, we know you are going to the ground. So you don't need to bring them down. That is about some few words that look tautologous in the English language.